Oh.
Welcome back. Last time we did Sonic. And now we're gonna do Tails. That's the hopes anyway. So, Tails' adventure, yeah! Let's get on with it. Oh, it looks so bad.
Everything's working great! All systems go, full speed ahead!
The Tails we saw flying the plane in Sonic's adventure was the low poly model, but they're using the high poly model here. So,
No!
I don't get it. Did they replace the model specifically in the cutscene, or did they have a separate model for both cutscenes?
Going down! Ah! Look out below!
This voice acting is so bad. It's so bad. It's not even funny bad. It's bad bad. Get ready for the face. Get ready for the facial expression.
Boy, you're lucky I saw you come down.
Right. One thing you're going to notice
So what went wrong anyway?
when characters share cutscenes is that, apart from a few different lines of dialogue, it's the same cutscene. The music will be different as
You can
well,
always borrow my plane.
but
If you want.
it's the same cutscene. Should I do what I did with Sonic Adventure 2 and let them run?
It's a Chaos Emerald. No
Or
way.
did I let them run in my Sonic Adventure 2 Let's Play? I can't remember. Maybe I should just use it as a chance to talk.
Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane.
No mention of the supercharged, which is in Sonic's telling the story. Anyway, see, that line of dialogue's different. There's a few things that are quite different. Also, people have just appeared again. Yeah. She'll probably say the same thing. I didn't mean to, oh no. They even say different things when you're playing as different characters. I've forgotten how difficult Tails is to control now. Now I'm just coming over here because if I'm right, there is an upgrade for Tails' speed up here. For flight speed. I am convinced I'm right. Yeah, just through here is an upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's for Tails' flight speed.
Look, it's your jet
Yeah.
anklet. Its jet power makes you fly faster.
We don't necessarily need this, but it might make the races against Sonic, because that's what Tails' levels are. They're races against Sonic to the goal. Hopefully it should make our job less difficult. It's not really difficult to begin with, but it should make our job less difficult. But now we're flying much faster, which is quite useful. You should always pick that up if you get the chance. Press jump and press jump again to fly. So of course we need that advice, don't we? Anyway, so for a while in Sonic's adventure, Tails is following along. You remember he's with Sonic all the way up until the first Sky Chase when they get separated, right? So, again, apart from a few lines of dialogue, welcome to repeated cutscene.
If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
I still, like, believe in this theory that, that the stories that you're selecting are being told from the point of view of the character, because that explains why Eggman is more cunning, more fearsome in this cutscene, because to Tails, Eggman is like his rival and someone who has a lot more knowledge. And I think that comes across in the way the story's told when you're playing as Tails. But that's just a theory. I might be looking into it way too much, but I always got the feeling that it's like they were telling the story each time. That's just how it always felt to me. So, we've seen it before. Nothing new here. This is the Egg Hornet. It's exactly the same pattern as before. This is the only problem with this game, is that there's repeated content between characters, including, in some cases, completely repeated bosses and levels. It's just what happens, and there's nothing we can really do about it. But the general idea is the same. Walk slowly and spin, or spin into him. Flying into him doesn't hurt him.
All systems full. He's not gonna get away with this.
So yeah, there really isn't much to say here.
All systems full power.
And he's done. Boss battle doesn't end until you're back on the ground, because otherwise it could end while you're in the air, and if you've flown over the barrier at the back and gone to die, you can finish the boss by dying, so that's why they've got that trigger. You must be on the ground for it to work. Or at least that's my theory. You're going to get a lot of these map facts again, but having studied game design, it makes the most sense to do it that way.
Too easy.
No!
Gotcha.
Hey, he snagged it.
Bird flying in the background there. It's just...
Use a little snack.
It's brilliant. It's just the detail in this game is fantastic. I like Tails' reaction to what Sonic says in this cutscene, because Sonic's seen chaos.
That's the monster I saw.
Tails
the other
hasn't.
day.
Monster?
It's brilliant.
Yes, it's really happening.
It's just as the stone tablet said it would. It's the same general gist, but every cutscene has slightly different dialogue. Unlike Sonic Adventure 2, where all shared cutscenes have exactly the same dialogue.
Square into rubble, upon which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land.
Where I will rule it all. No reference of that. The dialogue's different. It feels to me like the character is remembering what happened and is telling you what happened.
Good riddance.
We can't let that monster get any bigger. It could get ugly.
You're
I don't understand why the ears move. Like,
He can be if we keep
why
him
does
away from
Sonic's ears move when he talks?
Sonic.
The thing is, it did that in the Dreamcast version. It looked stupid, right? They had time to fix it before DX, but they didn't. So, I never really took the time to show this off. This is Tails' workshop. You can actually go inside. You can't do anything inside. But, you know, back in the old days, there were plenty of myths. You know, go to Tails' workshop and there'll be a cardboard box or something, and you open it up and you get to go to Windy Valley and all this bullshit. There's an emblem for no apparent reason. Anyway, we know where this key is going. We've already done it as Sonic. It's exactly the same. It's recycling, but the level is slightly different because with Windy Valley you only get part 3 of the stage as Tails, and it's a race against Sonic. And with our jet boosters, our jet anklet, I mean, we should have a better job. I also can use a few shortcuts.
Come on, Tails!
Like that one. Fucking camera. That was lucky for a second. I thought I'd honestly died there. These jet boosters make playing as Tails, like, such a joke in terms of difficulty. There we go. And Sonic is still catching up. Eventually we'll see him run in. There we go.
That wasn't too bad.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Alright, so this is the bit where Sonic goes into Casinopolis, right? Well, where was Tails that whole time? He was... I mean, he was visible when we were in Dilapidated Way, but that's the only time he was really there, right? So, I think suitably enough, Tails plays Dilapidated Way. And it's a race stage against Sonic. So, none of that horrible slot machine bullshit. Just good old Dilapidated Way. Just the way I like it. There's no point in collecting any of the rings. They serve no purpose in this race. And you fly into the ceiling because you're flying now with the jet anklet is faster. So just fly at the ceiling. Whoa. Okay. That was unintentional. Then you can sort of just wing it straight through the room. And you see Sonic is now jumping forwards because he's a bit ways away.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, he isn't even going to catch up with us that time. The problem with Tails' levels being very speed-orientated is that his story is going to be less parts. Because he has less levels than Sonic, and they're all race levels.
What's that?
So I don't foresee his story being any more than 2-3 parts maximum. We're not even at 15 minutes. So that's the unfortunate thing. So yeah, I might as well leave all the cutscenes in. Because that's where the running time is going to come from.
Sonic, what happened to the Chaos Emerald?
Eggman got one of them, but the other one's safe. He must be getting desperate.
Now the Emerald count is 2-1 and Eggman's winning. Let's get a move on.
Yeah! Cream the Rabbit, who isn't glitchy because I'm playing on Xbox Live Arcade and not on PC, where for some reason she spouts extra growths all over her body, as you saw in in part 2 of Sonic's story. I haven't decided yet at this point. I haven't decided yet if I'm restarting the numbering from Tails or just carrying on with the numbering. I think I'll just carry on with the numbering. So Tails will start like part 9. That's probably what I'll do. So we're now already all the way to Ice Cap. And Tails and Sonic, they race through the snowboarding section of Ice Cap. So what I no-clipped and glitched through last time, I will actually play properly this time, because there is no way to glitch through and run through that area on foot as Tails, because you automatically start the level on the snowboard.
Come on, Tails! You made it! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, Tails!
Sonic will say, hey, 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 when he's rushing ahead of you.
Later, Tails.
He's very vocal at the start of this level because you're constantly about the same speed. And the alright Tails is when you pass him. It's annoying, but we'll soon pick up speed, and with a few shortcuts built into this course, we can easily get ahead of him and stay ahead of him. So we're ahead of him now. I'm holding forwards on the analog stick and deliberately making sure all my jumps end early, and these will speed you up. You will automatically land at full speed after one. It's up to you whether you keep that full speed active or not. This was where we glitched in on... Is it here? No, it was around about here where we glitched in on foot on the Sonic run. Yeah, just after these robots. With the hot air balloons. This is where we glitched in on foot. So you can see how different the level is when you're actually on the snowboard. The shortcut here is on the left. I took it when I was playing as Sonic. I forgot how sort of neck and neck this particular level is when you're racing against Sonic, because you don't have the added benefit of like exploits you can use, or just large areas where you can fall and not die because you've got a slow descent when you're flying. I've lost my speed up there, so I've just got to rely on the fact that Sonic won't speed up from here. There we go. This whole characters telling the story from their own perspective thing really works as well when you take into account that Tails is the one getting the emerald every time in these levels. It's not Sonic, it's Tails getting the emerald every time. So actually, looking at running time, we'll do 2 more main things. We will fight Knuckles, and we will fight Chaos 4.
Hey, Knuckles! What's up? What
See,
are you
Knuckles
doing
goes
out
after Tails.
Don't mess with me now. Just hand over the emeralds you have. Quick!
here? No way, Knuckles!
Oh no.
I just can't believe, in any sort of realism in the Sonic series, that Tails could take on Knuckles like that. No.
Whoa! Oh no, the emeralds!
But we can take... we can interpret this, that Tails is lying with his retelling of the events, because in Knuckles' story, he's fighting Sonic, not Tails.
The emeralds!
So we know
You two are
that Tails is full of shit. Because there's a later boss battle that also, from another character's point of
Hey,
view,
those are the Chaos Emeralds.
he's having with Sonic. And that's the battle with E102 Gamma. As far as E102 Gamma's retelling is concerned, he had the battle with Sonic, not Tails. So Tails
Don't you
is
realize
retelling
that
this
you've been
story.
tricked?
I love this.
No one makes a fool out of me.
Way to go, knucklehead.
Brilliant line. I spoke over it last time.
4! Count 'em! 4 emeralds.
4 lovely emeralds.
Come forth!
My emeralds. This is Chaos 2, which is a boss that Knuckles fights. We'll be seeing this boss and fighting it in Knuckles' story. Now, one thing that
Oh no! It's
a friend
Daisy
mentioned
again.
in
We
the
gotta
chat
stop
today,
this
my friend
now.
Deadman Limping, he mentioned to me in Facebook chat today, where does this huge ass pond come from? And it's a very good point. Now, I can show you after the battle the geographical location that I think this is meant to be, but it doesn't change the fact that you're not in that location, you're in a pond. Now, see what I mean about the trying to hit the boss with flying? It's much harder. Tails does have the benefit of, you know, you being able to control how long he's in the air. Knuckles doesn't really have that power, so I think Knuckles comes off worse with this boss battle. Or maybe it's just not as bad as I remember it. It certainly is annoying. Going for every ring. Well, so I bring forth my point from Sonic's quest, right? That, this time, Chaos 4 didn't use his floaty ball thing. He can. He can if he wants to. It's just time wasting. It's just the boss time wasting, right? Which is why it's not, you know, ideal fighting him extra annoyance. I never mentioned how beautiful the air carrier is. You know, it's got the giant robotic nose and the blue lights for his eyes. It's... What, you never noticed that?
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
And this is where we'll end for today.
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah.
You guys go.
I think this is an example of one of the few cutscenes
I have some unfinished business.
where
to
the
take care of.
dialogue
No
isn't
problem,
different.
Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
It's one of the few cutscenes where it's the same. So this is the location that I think you are meant to be fighting in. But look at it. It's nowhere near big enough to fight, you know, have all those lily pads in. I suppose they were working on it in testing and went, no, we'll have to build a new arena. Why they couldn't just put the bigger one in here, or just extend the water and put in the invisible walls. You fight Chaos Zero in the adventure field, you fight Chaos 4, no, you don't fight Chaos 4, you fight Chaos 6 in the adventure field. It's just weird that you don't fight Chaos 4 there. So, I'm going to try not to go too far and trigger Sky Chase. This is where I will see you next time. If we live that long.